Hey guys, it's Dev04066 here, and I am back again after another 1 week of intense military training. And for today's DragonFable video, we have lots of things to cover. So the first off is the new sounds. So similar to AQ, DF has actually revamped the weapon element sounds that you get attacked with, or when you attack monsters with different elements. You get a whole bunch of different sounds now. Now, personally, I have not watch any YouTube videos on it yet. I also have not played through it yet, so I don't know how it sounds like. So this is going to be a first impressions sort of thing as we look through it. So they've also revamped one of the older quests, which is Jing's weapons. Now this quest, I believe, is the second quest that most people will actually do right after they started DragonFable. The first one being the tutorial, obviously. Jing's weapons, they were a bunch of level 2 energy weapons, really great for starting players who want to take out the Hydra before making their way over to Falcon Reach. So this is a really classical quest, and we'll head over to Book 1, Oaklaw Keep. Been a really long while since it's been a really long while since I've came here, so yeah. And oh, you can actually oh, I actually did not notice this. You can actually get Slayer armor here, and I always thought it to be a seasonal thing. Looks like it's now permanently in the game. Okay, so you can get it from Rolliff here, and I'm not sure if this is a new thing or I've just never noticed it before. But Slayer armor is now in the game. You don't have to wait till Frostvale and revisit the old books. You can actually come to Oaklaw Keep in Oaklaw. Go to Rolliff in Oaklaw Keep to get it. So yeah. And now I'm just looking for the quest. I'm not entirely sure where it is. Okay, there it is, Jing's weapons. They've also added lots of new elemental effects here, so really nice. And I believe these are lightning traps of some sort. So you want to use stone element, right? Let's see. What do I have for stone? Nothing, right? Okay, so we do have stone here. The music is really great as well. Okay, so that's stone. It sort of sounds like AQ's nature music, so yeah. And of course we have this guy, so we'll switch over to fire. Right, where's my fire? Nope. Yeah, fire. Right. Let's hear the water sounds. So the water sounds have remained the same. And let us switch over to something else, maybe evil. Let's see what evil sounds like. Okay, so it sounds like darkness music in Adventure Quest. So pretty disappointing. It seems like it's just they just ported over the music from AQ to put in DF. So yeah, let's listen to. So good element still sounds the same. Energy, yup, energy sounds exactly like what it sounds like in DF, in AQ I mean. So let's listen to light. Yeah, I think it's the same as well. So pretty much. See, you've had stone. What else? Fire, wind. Okay, let's listen to wind. Okay, wind sounds a little different, I think. Let us switch over to ice. The ice sounds a little different as well. Okay, so not all the sounds were from the Revamp AQ sounds. Some are a bit different, so that's nice. Let's listen to nature. Okay, right, so nature, ooh, oh my god, I got hit by the lightning. Wow, that does a lot of damage. Okay, so nature sounds a bit different. Do I like the new sounds more? Not exactly. Maybe I just need some time to get used to the new sounds, but I do prefer the older sounds. So let us listen to silver. Okay, so silver has a really nice ring to it. I do like the silver sound. What others do we have? What other elements do we have? I think that's about it. Yep, I think that's about it. So let's drink a potion first so we don't die. And wow, they've actually made this quest really difficult. Especially if you're lower level. I do like the revamps. The new artwork is really nice in my opinion. But having the lightning traps and all, I'm not sure if, yeah, it definitely does add a new level of difficulty for the newer players. Of course, you can see where the lightning will strike according to the ground, and oh, looks like they have a new healing pad as well over there. I mean, we are also used to the old stuff. The new healing pad is okay, looks pretty good as well in my opinion, but of course, you know, I'm used to the old healing pad with the red and blue. I do think I do still prefer that slightly over the new one. So yeah. Well, it looks like the quest has been really has been completely revamped. It's completely new, never seen. I mean, the old one was just a huge room with like a lot of monsters, and you don't. I'm not sure you have to fight through every one of them. I don't think you have to. You just have to fight through a few of them, and then you will be able to get to the top, whereby you have to battle some elementals to get the chest which has the weapons in it. So it looks like we are reaching the top, and I do quite like this new soundtrack. It's really nice. As for the weather effects, yep, I think I quite like it as well. It's definitely something new in DragonFable. So after we are done with this quest, I actually have a little surprise which I want to show you guys as well. But we'll get to that once we are done. So the top part still looks about the same. Except instead of fighting 3 of them at one time, you get to fight them one by one, which should make it slightly easier for newer players in my opinion. The old one, if I remember correctly, you had to fight all 3 of them at the same time. No, where's my energy? Yeah, there's energy. Overall, I think the artwork of the new stuff that they've added in here is really amazing. So I do wish they could be a bit more original with some of the sounds. I mean, about half of the new sounds are just sounds taken over from the AQ sound revamp. if you actually play AQ for my viewers out there. And wow, okay, that's new. Okay, so this is definitely new. And what happens if you go down? What are you waiting for? Grab the treasure. So they actually locked it up, so you can't actually go back once you finished it. And ooh, really nice. So let's open the chest, and they've got revamped versions of the weapons as well. So they've got all the way up to level 80. The old ones, I think you only had the level 2 versions. So yeah, all of their artwork still looks the same. They might have been slightly changed, I don't really know. I haven't seen these weapons in a long time. So yeah, but I still really do like the look of these weapons. They really bring back the nostalgic DragonFable feel, in my opinion. And level 80, meh, pretty bad stats, so not gonna get that. Dark crystal, okay, gonna pass on that, not sure what that does. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to talk about in today's video, I do believe you have to wait for it at night. Wait, you actually have to do this first. Okay, I think I'm going to switch weapons cause this weapon is going to cause a bit of lag. Okay, so what you want to do is rest until evening first. Okay, I do think you have to go to Book 3 Falcon Reach, my mistake. Alright, so in Book 3 Falcon Reach, once it's night time, okay, so you have to rest until evening. Then once it's there, you can actually go here. I believe it's here. Oh, is this person new? I can't really remember. Oh, this is Hero Mart, right? The new Hero Mart guy. Okay, you have to go to Raven Lost portal, which is here. And I actually did not find this place. I actually saw one of the YouTubers' videos. I believe it was Strength who found it. No, not Strength. I believe it was Zeldex who found it. Then Strength posted a video about it, and that was how I got to learn about this place. So you actually have to wait for a little while here, and you'll see a portal start to pop up once you have completed all of the Raven Lost quests, which I already have. So I've completed the whole quest line, and you have to give it about 30 seconds to a minute to load, I think. And let's wait a little bit longer. Okay, there, here we go. So this actually brings us to the Fire Paradigm, where we have the Flash Weaver and Chaos Weaver class. So these two classes, they have been talked about for a really long time, but have never been released. Okay, so it's been, I think, almost close to a year already since these classes were first mentioned. And looking at what we have here, it looks like Chaos Weaver is going to be DC only, whereas Flash Weaver, you are going to be able to train it for all free-to-play players. And Secundus, whether you followed my threads, stumbled upon this place accidentally, or cheated, it doesn't matter. You are mine now. So let's take a look at what he has to say. Where am I, the fair paradigm of the plane of elemental spirits? Before you ask, yes, you are here in material form. I made this possible just for you, or I didn't. Does it matter? Who are you? I'm Secundus, the elemental spirit of duality. I'll be your owner, or I will not. I'll teach you many things, or I won't. Flesh weaving being one of them, or not. Interesting. Fire paradigm, the ever-changing, shall we say, region of the plane of elemental spirits. A region specifically for spirits attuned to fire. It's not really a hard to grasp concept. Flesh weaving, the pinnacle of all weaving techniques. Transform your own flesh painlessly into whatever you desire. Become one with multiple elemental spirits and summon their essence on the whim. Become what the first weaver was, what the art of weaving was meant to be, or don't. Plane of elemental spirits. You would like to know how it was created, correct? Very well. Before Tanislav's last will was used, it was a mostly uninhabited plane of existence, one of many more like it. The ritual used for the very first time shook the balance of the fabric of space, creating a link between the plane we call law and the one we now call the plane of elemental spirits. You will not comprehend how exactly elemental spirits were able to traverse into the plane most of them now call home, so I will not explain it, or I will. It depends. Okay. Who is this boy? Piotr, or at least that's how I think you pronounce his name. I'm not entirely sure. My protege. You will become like him, or you will not. It doesn't matter. Even if I won't have you, I'll still have him. my fair-haired boy. Where is Cha? You mean the Soul Weaver boy who live in that house? He and his brother are fine. You don't have to worry about them. And this Cha person, if I remember correctly, is actually the reborn version of Tomix. So here we can see, is that Piotr? Yep, I believe it is. So yeah, Flash Weaver and Chaos Weaver looks like it's going to be coming really soon. Hopefully, I'm not entirely sure when they've added this. Could have been right after they finished the quest line and then they didn't mention anything about it, or it could be they've added it somewhere in between the updates and they didn't tell us about it. But yeah, anyways, this is how you get to the place. So really nice. And still anxiously waiting for the two classes to come out, but I think we haven't really had a proper class in a long while that wasn't a reskin or calendar class. I mean, they still have their yearly calendar classes, which I think are amazing, but it won't be available to most players unless you actually buy the calendar. And also the Necro Paragon armor is basically just a reskin of Necromancer. The last proper class we had, I think, was Ancient Exosuit, but again, that causes DC, so it won't be available to most of the players, or at least the free-to-play players. So really hoping for Flash Weaver to come out. Can't wait to see what kind of class it will be. Definitely very interesting. They've hyped it up a lot, but hopefully they don't keep us waiting too long. I know Tomix has a lot on his plate, so I don't think it's nice of us to rush him, but of course we are still very excited to see what the class actually is. So hopefully it will come out by this year. And till the next time, this has been Dev04066. Peace out.